Hello, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to give y'all some general essay one feedback. I've gotten your grades back. I've got your grades done on the essay, the first essay for the rough draft. So this is just sort of generalized feedback on stuff I saw a lot of people doing that I think might help if we all hear it, and just to help reinforce what exactly the assignment is and how well we're doing it. So take a look. Okay, so first on your grade, for the rough draft. 100 does not mean you have nothing to change. Okay, please make sure you can see the feedback. I left feedback on your papers, uh, notes on the assignment. Sometimes both. Sometimes I just said see the comments on the paper. So it depends. So there's lots of feedback for everyone if you turned it in. Um, if your grade is less than 100, it means you've got some serious issues. Either you have completely missed the assignment, like the point of the assignment. So make sure you go back and look at that essay, evaluation essay assignment sheet, and watch some of the other videos. So if you've got under 100, feel free to rewrite it, but you'll have to submit it also again before the final draft. Um, so here's some examples of products versus not products. So products, shoes, a movie can be a product, video game, aircraft safety app. Not products, social media is not a product. Okay, it's not a product. COVID vaccines, like in general, right? Not a product. If you wanted to talk about one, sure, but like doing the let's get vaccinated or not, that's not for this essay. Um, Watching sports at a bar versus watching them at home, again, that's not a product. LeBron James is also not a product. You know, LeBron James being the greatest player of all time. So these are arguments. Now, if this is one of you, then I let you know in your feedback. But also, you can save that. We do write an argument paper in this class. It's essay 3. So if you want to take those arguments that you want to make, save them for later, then do that. For evaluation, make sure you choose a product. So what is an evaluation? Just real short, sort of step by step. You one, choose a product in a category, develop criteria that you use to judge that product. Um, so for a coffee mug, I'm going to say, the amount of coffee it can hold, the length of time that it keeps the coffee warm, and how it looks sitting on my desk or holding in my hand. You could also say how easily I hold it in my hand. These are all criteria that I could use to judge a coffee cup. You could say this coffee cup, it's metal, durability, there's a category or a criteria. It's metal and it's ugly, but it keeps coffee warm forever. So if that's what you're into, then get it. That's not going to be everybody, which is why number 4 is important. Imagine an audience. A lot of people they don't value the utility of the coffee cup over the aesthetics of the coffee cup. They want a pretty coffee cup, and they are willing to put up with it not keeping the coffee warm as long or it being less durable, because if people only cared about durability, every coffee cup would be stainless steel, right? There wouldn't be any other kind, but there's most of them aren't. Most of them are ceramic or other things I don't know the name of. Porcelain, I don't know what the heck they're made of. Um, huh? Ceramic? I said ceramic. Okay, so ceramic, and they have pretty designs because that's really important to a lot of people, right? Here's a ceramic coffee cup I'm using. I got this one not because it's durability. I got it because it has my uh, university logo, my alma mater's logo on it, and it holds a lot. This thing is big. The coffee in here right now is cold. I'm drinking it anyway. If I had put it in this cup, which is the cup from yesterday, it would probably still be warm, but I wouldn't have as much. And, it wouldn't be I couldn't hold it up and say, look at how cool it looks. Right. So, uh, ultimately, you're going to so for that specific audience, the type of person who wants this, will you evaluate all the criteria, and then ultimately you make sort of in your conclusion, make a recommendation, yes or no, buy this. So you can see the example here I have is Suave shampoo is a hair care product. You could also narrow it. That's broad because there's lots of different hair care products. Shampoo is one type of hair care product. You could narrow it even further to say budget shampoo, right? It's, I assume Suave is a, but I don't know anything about shampoo. And here are some examples of criteria: effectiveness, variety of scents, price. Someone, so the person who is interested in this review, someone looking for clean hair on the cheap. There you go. Suave. So one thing to do to help your essays get better would be to narrow your categories like that. So shoes, instead of doing shoes as your category, summer wedges. Instead of books, movies. A movie is a very general, very big uh, category. You can narrow that. So, YA novels that were turned into movie franchises in the last 20 years. There's only like 4 or 5 of those, right? You could, as if you wanted to evaluate Harry Potter versus Twilight, you could do that. And that would be, and again, I use the verses, and that's an issue, right? A lot of people are like this versus that, but if you only have two, that's not an evaluation. Um, Same with video game, right? You can narrow that, so you get the idea. Consider your audience. People who play with Oculus Rift and people who play Candy Crush Saga are both playing video games, but they're very highly different audiences, right? So don't just, say, oh, it's everyone. Part of going to college is understanding that the world is made up of a whole lot of different people, not just you and your friends. And with the evaluation essay, a lot of people are like, well, me and my friends really like this, so it must be the best. It's got to be the best. Well, not everyone is you and your friends. There are some people who really like Candy Crush. Well, I mean, Candy Crush makes like $1 billion a day or something ridiculous like that. So, anyway, you get the idea. Okay, so the whole point of the evaluation also is to be more of a scientist and less of an influencer. So, as a scientist, the focus is on the product, not on yourself, right? You're an expert in the entire category. This is what you should portray yourself as. As an expert in this type of video game, I'm recommending this to you. Admits faults with the product, right? So there's going to be some negatives. Makes a recommendation that is highly specific, right? Specific to a certain type of person. An Instagram influencer is trying to sell me something. It's trying to say, oh my God, guys, this is the best ever, right? Never mentions competitors or other competing products, right? It just says, oh my God, you need this because I love it, right? It's about you. The other thing college writing is supposed to do is to get the focus off of you as a person. We don't care about you, to the thing, the subject. The subject of this is the whatever product you're evaluating. Okay. So we also want to avoid, which I was saying earlier, a this versus that. That's a comparison contrast. It's like an evaluation. It's like a sprint. Comparison contrast is like the sprint, whereas evaluation is like the whole race or the mile, or marathon, if you want to say. An evaluation looks at the entire category of products, minivans, um, comic books, or uh, you know, this generation of phones, whatever. Wireless mice, those are categories, right? If I only pick two of them and say like Xbox, PlayStation, those essays were really popular for a while. Not sure, I haven't gotten any recently, but that's my son. But avoid just looking at two things. You want to look at a minimum of three. Okay, so this is another reminder that you do not want to do second person. Okay, so I'm going to shrink myself here. So I, we, us, those are all first person. Our is first person. You, your. Giving your reader a command saying do this or don't do this, that's also second person. Everyone on your essay will be minus 2 points. So here's an example of a rewritten sentence that actually came from one of your rough drafts. Unlike in other sports games, before you get to the major leagues, you play in the minor leagues and march your way up. Okay, that's a very easy fix. Players, people who use this product. If it's a car, drivers, car owners, pet owners, right? So make the generalized third person version of that. Uh, if it's a movie, viewers. If it's a restaurant, restaurant goers, patrons, right? Diners, right? All these words can be used rather than saying you can go to the restaurant and you can order pancakes. Okay. Um, so so that's it. That's just a short little review. I'm going to include some links to just a couple, about three videos. A lot of YouTube videos. A lot of people do reviews. I tried to pick ones that were short and give you a little something to look at for each one. One's of a video game, one's of a movie, and one is of the iPhone 13. So take a look at those and just sort of see how you can see the evaluation essay being done in video format, and maybe that'll give you a better idea. So, Ned, come here. Come here. Come here. Good luck on your essays. Say bye, Ned.